Hey everybody, it's Nicholas here, Barnyarns Quilting Ambassador, talking to you off camera today to share with you two of my favourite things that I use to speed up my patchwork piecing. Now, the previous video I shared with you, we had a quick run through of some of my favourite tools. So today we're going to take a closer look at two of those things, more specifically the wool pressing mat and the Prym mini iron. Now, the wool pressing mat is very exciting because these are new to Barnyarns, so they are available on the website now, and they've sent me one to give you all an overview of why I really like this product and why I think it helps me in my piecing. So up until a few months ago, I'd never used one of these wool pressing mats before. So let me just tell you a little bit about how they work. First of all, they come in a great range of sizes. So I particularly like this one, which is the 8.5 inches square, because it sits next to my sewing machine and works in conjunction with the mini iron. But they do range, as I said, in a wide range of sizes from 4 inches or square all the way up to 17 by 24. So there's something for sort of every project size there. They're all 1/2 inch thick. And the reason I particularly like pressing my improv units on these is because of the density. So it's made of pressed wool, and this almost mimics the hard surface that I normally press on. So over on the other side of my sewing room, my pressing table is a piece of MDF wrapped in wadding with one layer of cotton around it. And what I find that gives is a really nice hard firm surface for pressing on. And this wool mat replicates that. So the pressed wool has a little bit of polyester in there as well, and that gives extra rigidity. And I find that when I'm pressing my improv units, the wool absorbs the heat. So essentially the unit is getting pressed from both sides, and I think that gives me really nice crisp flat seams. The heat almost sinks into the wool and retains it in the center. I really like this size. As I said, this is the 8.5 inches because it sits next to my machine, and then when I'm ready to press a seam, I can bring in my mini iron. Now, a lot of you may know that I am a very impatient person, so if I can sew my seam, trim my seam, press my seam all in one smooth movement, then that really is appealing to me. So what I like to do is when I'm ready to press a seam, pop it onto the wool pressing mat, take the Prym mini iron, give it a nice firm press down, and then I like to open the seam and then just another press on top. And those of you who've been to my workshops or seen my talks will know that I'm not afraid to iron in my patchwork. It's a golden rule that I often break, but you can see how lovely and flat that seam is. Now, the Prym mini iron, I was a little bit skeptical, to be honest, when I first had this. I like a really hot iron, so I thought that there's no way a iron of this size could give the heat that I like to press my improv units. But this really does pack a punch. So it's nice and portable. It sits comfortably next to your sewing machine without taking up a lot of space. And this is on the full blast here, and I can really feel that heat radiating from that iron plate. You can use this with steam. I don't, I always press dry, but there is a little water reservoir for steam, and I particularly like the cord that this iron comes with. It's really, really long, so I was quite worried that if all of my plugs were taken up by my lamp and my sewing machine, that I'd have to sort of run cables across my sewing room floor. But the cord is really long and it stretches to the other side and still has the manoeuvrability for me to reach over and press these units. So Prym mini iron also can be used in conjunction with this stand here, this silicone mat that you can place the iron down onto, and that's not going to get burnt or melted. Now, this is the largest size. Now I've been told that there is a mini size that fits this iron perfectly, so that's something I'm going to be looking out for in the future. So just a quick overview of the Prym mini iron and the wool pressing mats that are now available at Barnyarns. They've really helped me to not only speed up my piecing, but also give me really nice crisp results. And that speeding up is something that I find really appealing. As I said, anything that can make my patchwork and quilting life quicker and help me to create lots of these improv units in a small amount of time is something that I'm going to be on board with. So I hope you've all enjoyed this video, and watch out for more soon where I'll be sharing more of my favourite products. Bye!